Hey everyone, just wanted to check in for a second to talk about the Paizo accountability movement. You've likely seen by now some of the stories on social media about Paizo creatives and non-management personnel facing difficult working conditions, conflicts with management, poor compensation, and a general lack of trust in the workplace. We here at Pot Against the Machine stand with workers. We love the products Paizo releases, we love the games, and we love the inclusivity of the worlds Paizo has created and continues to create. That's why we need Paizo to do better. We need management to live up to the games that the company has created. To that end, as part of the Paizo accountability movement, we want to see a publicly disclosed specific plan of action to improve conditions for Paizo employees. We want to see regular updates on progress towards the goals outlined in this plan, and we want to see an independent third-party investigator and/or arbitrator brought in to protect employees from harassment or wrongful termination and to investigate employee claims and complaints in a non-biased manner. We believe Paizo can do better. For more information on the subject, check out the Paizo Accountability hashtag on Twitter. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome to Pot Against the Machine, the only podcast that just won't die, no matter how many times you cut pieces off of it. I'm your host, Sam, and here's everybody else. Everybody else. Make noises.
Hey.
Yeah, we truly are the gelatinous ooze of podcasts. Or undead lip-stitched abomination. So, yep.
So in that metaphor, what pieces are we cutting off?
To be determined.
The nuggets of wisdom that we share with our listeners.
Leave in our wake. Leaving behind nuggets of wisdom. Sliced off a podcast. That nugget's for you.
And each of those nuggets grows into its own podcast. And then there's more competition. It's really a bad idea.
No, it's a terrible idea.
Hydra of Mediocrity.
It's benevolent.
Nuggets in our wake.
Last time on the program, or whatever you call it, the very capable four met in the night with a friendly figure covered in scars with a smile on her face. Brixby woke everybody up, and Vargas murdered her horribly. She exploded into dust. Turned out maybe she wasn't there, and then he got stabbed by an invisible Garmin Ulrith. And it turned out Garmin was weird. He had his mouth sewn shut. He was very pale. He seemed to have some weird powers. Primarily the power to not die, pretty much no matter what. So he lost the fight, but he just kept coming back. And I believe when we left, the group had basically decided they still got to sleep for the night, so they're going to take turns continuing to kill him, or making sure he continues to die until morning.
Yeah, so I like to think that since Brixby saw that and he still has to finish his watch, he is just practicing the spells in his remaining slots that he wants to use tomorrow on the body, because there's nothing, and he's just like quietly letting off cantrips and maybe one good shocking grasp on there. Hopefully not enough to rejuvenate his heart, if that's how it works.
That's probably how it works. Knowing our luck. I really like the idea of, well, I guess at least Kira, just sitting next to a tree and reading a book, and then every 15 minutes stabbing, and then going back to a book, as you do.
Yeah, just you got a dagger next to you with one hand, and just every so often you just pick it up, and then set it back down and continue what you're doing.
Hey, you stop it.
Yeah, the second he starts to make any noises at all, just lop his head off.
Get rid of that guy.
Set it a few inches away from the body, or a few feet.
Now, if we were to do that, which half would start healing? Like
The part that Kingsley doesn't eat.
Because I was thinking, like, it's morbid, but, like, it's I'm thinking like going back to my Greek mythology here with the Titans, like does he regrow what's cut off, or does it have to be like put back together to heal? Like, could we
Is that-
cut him into pieces and just toss them in different directions, or would one of them eventually grow the rest of him back?
I think one of the pieces would eventually grow the rest of them back based on my limited understanding of regeneration.
So I felt like the rules with trolls and like 2, for example, like old school, is the largest piece that remains of the troll will grow into the troll.
Grow back. yeah.
Everything else, like, and it can just be by like a fraction, but that should be enough or whatever, even if it's like dust.
Mm-hmm.
How
And I'll say if we need a reason for you to tell us this, Vargas will be testing that on his watch, like just like cuts a hand off or something and stares at it.
Experimenting with it.
Yeah, no, because at this point I've been fully removed from the saga of the story, and I just kind of want to know, scientifically speaking, maybe it's like a physics thing. Like, how does the rest of the body know which part is the largest? Are they still in communication? And they're like, torso, it's on you, man, or torso. I don't want to gender any body parts.
Well, it's quantum entanglement.
And then they all kind of agree.
Yeah.
Okay, because one last question, and we'll definitely start recording. But like, what if like left hand is like, no, I'm taking control of this situation, and torso can go swear itself.
There was a movie about this called Idle Hands, which was
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
messy.
fantastic and messy in its own 90s way.
That's not the one I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say the second half of Quicksilver Highway, which was based on I think I want to say maybe Clive Barker story. I don't remember, but everybody in the world's right hand comes to life and breaks off, and they all go and like try to form an army.
You know, it's so funny you mentioned that, because that was actually my second guess for your favorite movie. Whatever you just said just now, Quicksilver
Well,
Highway.
the other half of that movie is based off a Stephen King story, so
I'm calling it a
it's
win.
got Christopher Lloyd in it.
Sounds like his second biggest role to Camp Nowhere.
That's a great movie right there.
I guess we just do our rest of our watch through the night. Everybody gets their sleep. Whoever's on watch kills Garmin again whenever he pops up. And what do we do in the morning? Are we going to head... What's the name of that fort again?
Algernard's
grave. Stand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's the one.
Fort Flowers for Algernon.
And how far away is this ride?
At this point, since you lost some time to the acid rain, which I did not mention in the recap because I was very focused on just the one thing, you are a long day away from it, basically.
Okay.
So you could get there riding pretty hard in one day, or you can camp one more time and get there the next morning.
Seems like it's going to be a long ride to the fort. A full day. Or we could rest part way and show up fresh. I'm, not inclined to believe that this is going to be the rest over that it has been indicated to be. I don't trust hospitality in the Nemerian Plains.
I just think it's polite to show up fresh wherever you go. Although, you know, probably not with a chicken because we don't know these people.
If we push the horses, we can get there sooner and possibly be able to hand off that to something, and he'll motion towards whatever Garmin currently looks like. It could be they could have some sort of detention facility there. It is a former fort. If his regeneration won't help him if he's behind bars.
Yes, I don't cherish the thoughts of pushing these animals to exhaustion, but at the same time, if we can avoid having another, perhaps eventful night here on the plains, it seems we would be safer spending the evening at Algernard's grave, possibly.
We took anything off Garmin that would allow him to cast spells or anything like that, right?
Yeah, he didn't have any sort of spell casting equipment
No components or anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, and not to metagamey, but I mean, if he's got anything, it's going to be like a spell.
I'm sure he's
ability
got
or
supernatural abilities, but I'm just wondering if he also had... Because it seemed like when he was still alive that he was like maybe like a wizard or something.
Yeah, he had something going on for sure.
Yeah, well, I would agree with both Vargas and Asher, actually. Barring anything like acid rain or another horribly disfigured but jovial individual approaching our camp, we could probably make the hard ride, saving our resources.
So yeah, I'm good to set out right as hard as we can. With maybe the caveat that like we just kind of scope it out before we just immediately ride in, exhausted late at night.
I'm just really, both in character and out of character, don't want to spend another day out in the, or another night out in the wastes having to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, we are. The random encounter rolls have indicated that we are already toying with danger a good deal. So yeah, I would agree.
Okay, so we're gonna ride and hope for a safe night in a grave.
Well, garrison, fort.
Okay.
From what I understand, all military things are named after a dead version of a general or whatnot that's on Earth, from what I understand.
He hoists himself up on Nathan.
So, who wants to do the honors of bringing our guests behind them?
Do we not have room in the bag of holding?
I was kind of envisioning dragging him to prevent the regeneration, if that isn't too...
Though, if he has to breathe, taking the damage from being in the bag of holding without coming out would also stop the regeneration, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess outsiders breathe, eh?
Yeah, so, I mean, that could be enough to keep it at bay after 10 minutes.
At this point, Brixby looks at tiny Nathan and knows that while he is a valiant steed, he likely would not be able to port this form behind him. So I'm at the whims of what the larger people want to do here.
I mean, I guess we can drag him behind one of the horses.
Full party
Like,
alignment
yeah,
shift.
sure, why
Let's
not?
go.
I mean, is it better to let him suffocate to death over and over again? I feel like that's kind of a moot point. He's going to keep dying, but part of me
it's just
and
the
not
difference
Kira
of if
is
you
he's
want to
like,
see how the sausage is made kind of situation.
right, fair.
No, then he'll just be, I don't know, Schrodinger's corpse.
He's like, he could be
No.
fine. He's probably fine.
Though now I think about it, though, if we did drag him, like, what if, like, he, like, broke apart? Like, again, that's awful, but, like, if what Sam's saying, the biggest piece of him regrows.
Gotta go and keep running down the torso as it, like, grows a new upper half. Not again.
Like, I'm just worried the rope's gonna break or something, or a piece of him's gonna break, and we're gonna lose him that way. Like,
Let's put him
maybe
in the bag.
I think we should stick him in the bag.
Let's put him in the bag. That feels more family friendly. The suffocation route.
That's cool. We'll just kind of roll him in a ball and cover him in the electron ion tape and then zip it shut. So he's just this rolled over ball and then just...
Just a Katamari.
Take
Just
turns.
roll him across the plains. Na, 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 na,
This
na,
is
na,
getting into
na.
22
some
minutes
serious-
of completely usefulness.
Yeah.
We were getting into like some I have no mouth and I must scream territory of put him in a ball and put him somewhere where he can't do anything.
Well, if you roll them in a ball and then you put like the lucerne hammer through the middle to act as an axle, and then you tie ropes to both sides of the axle, he'll basically be a wheel.
It's like a fun little tire, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a Smashing Pumpkins video right there.
Totally.
Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, we rolled freaking Garmin down the hill to the tune of 1979.
I was like, let's go for some early pumpkins. For sure. Prime Billy Corgan.
What happened to you?
Anything from Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
After Zwan, it was all downhill.
Oh man, you're not saying he didn't peak by playing his modular synth while a voice read Herman Hesse's Siddhartha inside his tea shop shortly before buying into the wrestling franchise that he's part of now?
Yeah, I found that out like a year and a half ago that he just owns like what is it, like ECW or one of those?
No,
like
he's
he
in
just got bored one day
like,
and bought it.
WWE. He like bought into it, wears like a zebra print like cowboy hat. Yeah, no, I mean it's wild. It's super wild. Money is wild.
I'm astonished at your level of Corgan trivia.
I have nothing to contribute to this conversation, but I'm happy for all of you.
Okay.
Okay, so we tie Garmin up, shove him in the bag,
Yeah,
and
sounds good. Tie and toss and scoot.
All right. So we are off again for the day. Gonna make a random encounter check here.
And don't forget that Asher was confident about the weather over the next couple days, so no springy storms on me.
Yeah, it's snowing now, and there's tornadoes, snow tornadoes with sharks in them.
Sam, he just said no springy storm.
Yeah, it's not
Please.
a springy storm. It's a sharky.
Doc
got you
warned
there.
me of this.
No, the weather does seem to be clear, and I think at one point during the day you do pass what appeared to be a couple tiny robot spiders killing a skeleton with plasma torches. But they're occupied. It doesn't seem like they're going to bother you.
We all doff our hats as we go by. Ma'am, sir.
Yeah, they pause to salute to Kingsley, who obviously is their sovereign.
Ilk.
No, I'm just imagining hard that amazing postcard of like greetings from Numeria with the tiny robot spiders killing a skeleton with plasma torches.
And the day is pretty quiet. Garmin, is in the bag, dying constantly forever, which seems very pleasant for him. And nothing really bothers you. You're getting on towards when you would normally stop for the day. Are we pushing on to the fort? It's still probably a couple hours at least.
Let's do it.
I would say that we've been lucky. Not had to use our resources. Let's push on. But again, when we get close, let's be quiet.
So, I know if we were on foot, we would be looking at forced march territory. How does that factor in on horseback? Are we having to worry about fatigue or exhaustion?
Horses can also be ridden in a forced march, which I think they would be the ones basically who would take the non-lethal damage.
but the fort is where we're leaving them though, right? So like they'd be able to recover.
Leave them a snack. They'll be fine.
Faraday does love oats.
You see it from a little ways out before it's all the way dark. You can see some flames up through the windows or the sort of arrow slots on a distant, smallish looking stone structure that sits right on the banks of the Selin River. And as I said, it's a fairly small structure. It doesn't look like it's in the greatest of shape as you're approaching it. The road sort of leads in from the west and will loop around towards the north side of the structure. It looks like the side that borders the river has some definite damage to it, some like crumbling stones and things. But it's a little old fort. Looks like it probably holds like a regiment of troops. You don't really know how many people are there, but as things get dark, you are approaching. Now, you said you wanted to approach stealthily?
I actually don't know if that's a good idea. I was imagining stealthily to like envision the whole thing, or to scope the thing out. I don't know if we as a group should try to sneak up on a military garrison necessarily.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, as evidenced by Asher and I's like fantastic reconnaissance a couple, I don't know, dozen episodes back or something. We could give the listeners what they want, but we should probably just approach them like normal people.
Yeah, Asher will jump up the side of Eldrinard's grave and see if there's any entrances from the roof. No, I'm kidding.
I was just like, here it goes.
Just for old time's sake.
Jeff has decided.
Brixby, hide in that bush over there. It just feels right.
Oh, this is a big map, Sam.
Well, it's a decent sized fort. New map, people.
New map.
Boy, the dynamic lighting effort must have been at least an hour.
I'm kind
impressive.
of worried that we need a map of the entire fort. It makes me feel like something might happen here.
No, come
Oh,
on.
it's Paizo. They give you maps for everything.
Totally. There'll be like a spa room and
Which is why we had that lovely map of Torch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
yes. Well, nothing
One
bad happened at
definitely
the
exists.
foundry. Did it?
Oh, yeah, true.
Aside from your character, ripping off his arm, but like that.
Or my deep and endearing
bad.
confusion at what building is what. It still, to this day, haunts my soul.
Right there with you, buddy.
I don't know if Brixby's in the front on this one. I know we're just placed on this, but I don't know how we're approaching. If we want to like hoist a torch of some type, let them know that we're coming, or just come in the dark.
There's a small group coming with torches. I think it's an angry mob.
And the friendly torches, like a lava lamp. Lava lamps never say danger.
So is it full on dark or just kind of like evening?
It's like twilight now, so it's not like
Okay.
That's it.
sort of low.
So they can see us without light.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine we just trot up then, right?
I was going to suggest riding at full speed around the building, shooting a gun in the air. But maybe
Say
just...
yeehaw.
Maybe one or two. But I guess just trotting up probably makes more sense. Now that I know you can make 30 bullets at a time, magically.
It's true. Yeah, I also ascribe to the Yosemite Sam School of Scouting. So, like, if we want to give that a try, I'm down.
Well, as you approach the fort, the road leads you around to the Barbican, which is a closed front gate with an iron portcullis. It looks like it's about 10 feet wide, and beyond that, you can see into a courtyard where there are smashed tents and just like toppled boxes and broken wagons. It looks like some damage has been done. It's not really clear any source of it. But as you approach, a guard in sort of full Crusader mail with a full helmet on calls down to you and says, hello? What brings you here?
Yes, well met, noble crusader. We are travelers on our way to Scrapple from Torch. We were told that Algernard's grave was a safe place to stable our horses and perhaps rest for the evening.
Oh, right. The problem is we've been hit by the plague. We have the plague. So you should just keep riding.
I'd like to throw a sense motive at that, Sam.
All right.
The 19 I rolled yields me a 24, starting hot.
So with a 24, that sounds like nonsense, but man, this guy talks weird.
Brixby's gonna kind of lean forward, looking like he's petting Nathan and whispering behind the Kira and Asher. Something's not right. He's lying. And that voice. Something's wrong with his face. His mouth, I can hear it.
Is everyone sick? Maybe we can help or find medicine or someone to talk to if you want.
The other one calls out, "No, it's terrible. You don't want to be anywhere near it. We're all very, very sick. Just keep riding.
It's probably not even worth it to roll another sense motive on that, because I'm sure it's still definitely a lot.
Pretty suspect.
Brixby's just still nodding in the back. He's like,
Yeah, that one too. Also very suspect.
Well, given what we've encountered on the road, I'm not overly concerned by the risk of lethal infectious disease. We are fine, in fact, to stay the evening. We'll promise not to willingly ingest your droplets, your inside water. If you try to keep it to yourselves, please do us the kindness after a full day's journey of allowing us respite, and we can be on our way in the morning. No trouble to you lot. And I'll roll a diplomacy. Not the best. 8 on the dice on this Necromancer Barbie dice from Dice Envy. Bringing it up to an 18, but I was really hoping for, like a 30.
So the two of them look at each other, and the one who spoke first said, "Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Well, I'll let you in, but it's your funeral." And he'll head back towards the back of the wall and engage some kind of device, and the portcullis opens up.
I do appreciate the fact that he's calling it our funeral at a place called a grave. It's good, consistently thematic. I suppose I should have asked the three of you whether we wanted to go inside.
It seems nice.
Yeah, I feel like I should probably be at my funeral, so I can't imagine a better place that I could be.
see, hups Nathan.
There's clearly something very strange going on here. It's probably better to check it out than to ignore it.
Before riding straight in this open gate, Asher looks to be within 60 feet of these poor plague-ridden gentlemen and would like to detect evil.
Yeah, they do not detect as anything. You thought I was going to say they detect as evil, but they don't appear to have any sort of aura.
Can we heal check from here? And by we, I mean someone else, because...
It would be very hard to see any real details. They're wearing like full helms and full armor.
All right, disrobe. We just need to give you an exam. It's kind of our thing.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of like the visor on a helmet being the equivalent of a mask in this quarantine-esque set. There's just a bunch of signs that are like, visor up, no. Visor down, yes. Must be one long sword away from each other. So Brixby got a bad vibe. Like, I think that, we're getting ready to ride through. We see the portcullis come up. I think maybe just checking in one more time with each other about like,
We definitely want to go in, but we need to be on our guard. I think that there's no problem with arming or preparing oneself just to be safe. We don't know what lays inside, but it looks like disarray.
I don't know what that looks like for me, I guess. Maybe casting mage armor. I guess I'm just going to cast mage armor. Let's do it. It's on there.
Yay.
Well, he's that far away. Why not?
Well, if we brought the youths in town some leprosy, perhaps we can save some plague for them as well and expand their education.
Also, Sam, I'm now seeing that there's an initiative tracker, so if you want me to wait to do that while we're in initiative, that's totally cool with me.
No, I was just going to say, once you decide to, if you're going in, I just would like to do the going through the gate for no reason at all in
Fair.
initiative.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Just like a
Totally
totally normal thing like you always do when you walk through doors.
fair. Absolutely.
But since you're all, a little bit jumpy, everybody take a +4 to your initiative.
Ooh, I like this.
I'll need every plus I can get.
What's that total?
That total, with the 2 on the dice and the bonus +4, is a 10.
Nice, nice, nice.
Solid stuff.
And how about Brixby?
A 9 on the dice with my +3 with the +3 is a 15.
The +3 with a +3?
Well, we got, wait, +4. My bad.
So a 16?
So that's a 16. Yeah, I can math. 16. But my initiative modifier is +3. Yes.
Gotcha. And Vargas?
Vargas rolled a natural 16, so with that +4 and his +2, that is a 22.
All right, and
It's
Kira.
maybe the first time that I've ever had the highest initiative. Oh, wait, we didn't hear Kira yet. That still might not be true.
Oh, man. Yeah, I rolled a 15 +5 +4. I'm so sorry. You can still go first if you want.
So that's a 24 total.
24, yeah. But like a secret, let's call it a soft 22, huh? Oh, wait, no, we should call it a soft 21 because my initiative bonus is still higher. 21. Good job, team.
All right, so Kira, you have the privilege of riding through the gate.
All right, well, she's going to ride through the gate. She's going to ride through the gate. Just wave up at the guards. Thank you. I hope you feel better. And then probably look back at Brixby and be like, okay, I'm going to go. Does this need to be, yeah, I guess we're in initiative, even though nothing is happening. So I'm going to move 6 squares. Does that get me to the gate? Hang on. Oh, yep, sure does. All right.
Well, you're also moving your horse's speed.
Oh,
So you
right.
can
How
just-
fast do horses
You can
move?
move up to 60.
Oh my god, so far. All right, well, I'm gonna maybe not get too far away from the... Uh-oh. There's more things. I don't need to do anything else, I don't think. I will wave at the new people I can see. Hi, I'm Kira.
So stopping there at the one move action.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Vargas is next.
Okay, Vargas, is like with Kira, just going to move in. He's going to full up, double move to get up next to her. And that is his turn.
All right.
Ooh, that guy looks different.
That brings us to just some guy who is going to step up a little bit towards Kira.
And also greet us. Hello.
Just a little bit of a 5-foot step. And he's going to pull out a gun and say, hello there. Didn't expect visitors.
This is so much
We
worse than I
knocked.
thought it was going to be.
And that takes us to Brixby.
Well, yeah, I really wouldn't be doing this if I didn't roll a 19 on that vibe check, but I'm definitely casting Mage Armor just because he knew from the get this was sketch. So he's going to do that and then do the dumb Brixby thing to ride in to follow his brethren shortly thereafter, casting, oh goodness, look at all that. Yep. For the listeners at home, he rode up behind Kira, cast Mage Armor, pet Nathan, and said, I don't know how we're going to do this combat together, boy.
Which takes us to, funnily enough, just another fellow over here who's going to close in a little bit and also draw a gun. And then it takes us to the guard who opened the gate. And as a standard action, he's going to drop that portcullis, locking Asher out.
He's gonna... But Asher is Asher. We need him.
No.
I would like to cancel that.
I'd like to speak to your manager, Sam.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pause the game here and discuss.
Just bring them around.
Just like real quick talk over here.
Sure.
I would like to just because for the listeners, I think people know I'm just generally new to this Pathfinder game. But if I've learned anything, it's without Asher, everyone dies, and that's true for all games. Like not even just Pod Against the Machine. It's like any game ever, Pathfinder or not. So that's why I have never finished the third Halo game, and that's why I think we should fix this problem. Getting no feedback.
So the next fella, who we're going to call Purple, is up on the guard tower. And he's going to draw his gun, point it at Asher, and say, He said it was your funeral. And he's ready in action. And let's see, we got red over here who's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he draws a gun. And he's going to take a shot at Kira to get things started.
Can he draw and shoot and move all in one turn?
He can indeed.
Okay.
Sure.
So that's a 23 versus touch. I think that's going to do it.
That'll do it.
4 bludgeoning and piercing damage. And that brings us to Asher.
Hearing the gunshot inside and seeing that the purple, he's the one up here looking down on Asher. Asher will kind of trot Faraday up 5 feet, draw his pistol. I'm trying to account how far up is the up?
He's
Where
about
it's-
15 feet off the ground.
Okay, so that's going to put him... That's not going to hypotenuse very well for 25 feet of touch range.
As you approach, he is going to take a shot at you.
Cool.
So that is a unnatural 20 versus touch.
That is an unnatural hit.
All right. And that's 4 bludgeoning and piercing as well.
Ow. Don't care for that. Yeah, Asher was... I was trying to figure out how close I need to get. It sounds like I need to scoot up basically pretty much to the wall to be able to shoot up and be within range. So he would move up and then take a shot at this guy who just shot him. It's another gun off, but the numbers are not as much in our favor. But a natural 15 is a good start. That is going to be a 24 against touch.
That will definitely hit.
Almost max damage, 8 bludgeoning and piercing. Does it appear to all go through?
It does indeed.
Looking at this armored fella, might just make a knowledge local roll if local would apply.
Yeah.
And in case it wouldn't, I have the same bonus to religion, so you know. There you go. Yeah, that dice is banished. 3 on the dice, taking it up to an 8. We'll just move on right along.
And that brings us to an interesting looking fellow who's also standing in this courtyard. He appears to have one hand and one axe sort of mounted directly on his wrist, like in the sort of makeshift claw, where his prosthetic is a hatchet, basically. When you look into his face and his horrifying smile, his lips have been cut off entirely, and his teeth are just constantly exposed, and his mouth is basically held together with raw scar tissue. It's horrifying. He appears to be grinning, and he's going to draw a second hand axe, and he's going to step up to Vargas, and he's just going to take a quick swingaroo at Vargas. That's not a very good roll. That is a 13.
That is going to be a miss.
That's a shame. And now we are up to orange. That's right, there's an orange. We got that far into the roll 20 scale. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And they've sort of formed up a line here, and he'll take a shot at Brixby.
Go for it.
That's only a 10 versus touch.
That will not hit the bricks. Or Nathan. Good boy, Nathan.
That's a shame. That's a shame. We're back around to Kira.
Okay, I was gonna charge, but you probably can't. That's like a different thing on a horse, so you probably need more animal handling skills than I have, right?
Yeah, now that a fight has broken out, if you want to actually like ride on a horse, you have to do the animal handling DC 20
Right.
just to control them, or you can hop
Okay.
off.
And then a charge is a full round thing, so I can't get off and also do that, right?
Well, if you pass the fast dismount, which is a DC 20 ride check, it is a free action to get off your horse. It's as if you fail that.
Well, I have a -4, so...
But the fail... Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right, that's fine. I will dismount, which is... I'm sorry, you just said that's a move. Dismount, and then I think she's going to try and circle around to flank this man with an axe hand.
He's such a nice guy.
Is he? So she'll move here behind him. And is this flanking? Are we flanking?
Looks like flanking to me.
Great. All right. So that'll be a move, and she'll free action say, "Hey, please stop trying to hurt us. We're just parking our horses. Thank you." That's it.
And that brings us to Vargas.
He is going to have his horse 5 foot step him back next to Brixby, and then he is going to use his movement to hop off the horse to the side here. So I'm assuming my horse is just in that square. And would that count as... Yeah, because the first one would be like me making the horse move, and then my movement would be
it's not even
moving.
like the horse movement stuff. It's like you did a move equivalent dismount, and then you're also doing a 5 foot step, and those two things are cool together.
Yeah.
So you can still do a standard.
Oh, so I can still do a standard? Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, for his standard, he is going to cast Long Arm on himself. And that will be his turn.
Okay. And that brings us to Blue, who has not yet fired a shot. So he's gonna take a couple steps forward here, and he's gonna take a shot at the mouse.
Mouse.
Can he use my horse for cover?
I'm rolling garbage against Brixby. That's only a 7 against touch.
No luck there, my friend.
All right, well, Brixby is up.
Alrighty. Brixbo is going to dismount. Well, I mean, from here, I'm pretty sure I can get blue, orange, and green in a 15-foot color spray if I shoot that way.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Alrighty. So Brixby is going to hop off of Nathan and say, "Protect yourself. It's always what's most important, Nathan. Away." And then, as he navigates to his spells to determine if there is anything that he needs there. Yes, he pulls red, blue, and yellow powder from his pouch and throws it out at the 3 gunmen. I need you to roll some will saves.
Yay.
Oh, good. These are very, very willful fellas. So let's see. For Blue, how's a nat 1 feel?
Very good. Feels great, actually. Feels super good.
And Green? Green's got a 6.
Yep, that's still a fail.
And Orange is a second nat 1.
Oh, no.
So I guess how many hit dice do these guys have?
They have 2 hit dice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so they are unconscious, blinded, and stunned for 2d4 rounds, and then blinded and stunned for an additional 1d4 round. And then there's another round of stunning after that.
Yes, Brixby, you saved everyone. You're the new Asher.
Color spray.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna Sky Metal because that could not have gone better right there.
got really lucky. I was honestly inspired by Grant Berger saying, "No one does enough Saber Sucks on these podcasts." So this one's for you, Granty. So I guess I'm going to roll a 2d4. Yeah, that's 2 4s. So that's 8 rounds of blind, stunned, and unconscious. I don't know if you just want to keep them on the initiative tracker. We can roll the
just
other.
like forever.
Yep, and then they'll be blinded and stunned after that for 4 more rounds. And then
my
after
God.
that, there's
This
one
is the
more
best.
round of stunning. So there's 13 rounds of stunning. And
We could just hide the horses and leave.
and
That
I
was
guess
mean.
I guess with that he will wheel his face towards Red. And he'll say, "That wasn't a very nice welcoming."
All right, that brings us to green, and green is in a bad way right now, which then brings us over to pink, and pink is standing up on top of the guard tower, and it's gonna shoot on down at Vargas. That's a 17 versus touch.
Yeah, 17 would actually even meet my regular AC.
So not too bad. Just max damage, 8 damage, bludgeoning and piercing.
No.
And then let's see, number 14. He's going to pull out some kind of vial. And purple, who is looming over Asher, is going to drink said vial.
Ah, the old potion of surrender.
Actually, I'm sorry, he's not going to drink it. He's going to rub it on his bullet wound. He squeezes out and rubs it on the bullet wound.
Oh my god, dude.
It's a weird way.
Oils himself in Asher's direction.
A weird,
Glistening.
weird pink paste. Oh man, yeah, it's weird. Whatever that was weird.
Yup.
So he just like poured Pepto-Bismol all over himself while staring at Asher on the crenellated wall. Power
Unblinking.
move. Yeah.
Yikes, yeah.
Rub Pepto-Bismol on your skin for dominance. And Red is going to spend his move action reloading. And let's see, he's going to take a 5-foot step and shoot the mouse that just absolutely destroyed the entire mob here.
I do deserve it.
That's a nat 20.
Oh no.
Don't know if I deserve it that much.
Nope.
This is a bad situation.
Yikes.
That is a 17 versus touch to confirm.
That will
How
confirm.
I can't see with my dynamic lighting distance. How is he within 20 feet of Brixby?
Yeah, he's 15
Okay.
feet away.
Bummer.
Yes, that will in fact confirm.
Now, since it's been forever since I've critted with anything, do I roll 4d8 or do I roll 1d8 and multiply it by 4?
I usually like 48.
Yeah,
Ah,
you
'cause
roll
it's fun.
4d8.
It's my
Roll
first-
ones on all of them,
That's a lot of
please.
that's all ones.
My
All
first gun
ones.
crit, you know.
Please don't kill Brixby. Oh god, what is your face doing? Oh no.
20 bludgeoning and piercing?
Is it 20? 2-0?
Yeah, 2-0.
Are you still up?
Oh, yeah. Hooah.
Ooh, that's probably worse than not being up,
Yeah.
actually, because if you take that again,
At level 4 Brixby's gonna live forever.
We talking about the melee monster Bricks? Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah.
got this.
Let's see, Asher is up now.
Asher is going to attempt a quick dismount. With my +7 to ride, I just need a 13 or higher. 17 on the dice. Free action slides off Fire Day. I'm going to spend a grit point to use the Daring Vault ability, and that's going to give me the ability to double jump and add 20 feet to my movement speed. So 10-foot running start to the east, and then going to jump up 5 feet and then another 5 feet so I can hang on to the edge. It's going to be great. Yeah, Nitro 19, just needed a 3. And let's do that again for the second jump. 11. Asher is now hanging on to the edge of the building.
I love this. I love how it's just like,
Spider-Man.
well, he's out there and he has a gun. He can't get in. How horrifying could that be, a man just jumping 35 feet or whatever at you?
I mean, horrifying, or maybe they're impressed. Maybe that
I was
pink
like,
Pepto,
inspired.
he's just going
True.
to offer it to me and be like,
Just pours
Pepto.
Pepto on you. Witness.
Witness me! Pepto me!
There isn't a Pathfinder race that's like the rabbit people from Final Fantasy, is there?
No.
Is that what he's hiding under his hat? The ears?
Not yet. Someday. Get on it, Paizo. Right, so is that the end of Asher's turn? He's just hanging there?
Asher fast dismounts, holsters his gun, because you need two hands really to climb well, and will jump up twice so that he doesn't have to worry about, losing his gun. So yeah, that was his turn. Holster the gun, parkour up on to be hanging up on the side of Algernard's grave, and does kind of steal from Brixby and say,
I would hate to miss my own funeral.
that's his turn.
And that brings us to the fella with the hatchet for a hand. Let's see, where's he gonna go to avoid getting flanked? He's gonna 5-foot step diagonal towards Vargas.
Oh no, the horses.
And yeah, he's sort of got horses all around him. And he's gonna say, "Why are you so serious?" Just, he's fairly clearly based on someone. Lean into it.
Yeah.
And
It's
with
based on Conrad Veidt from The Man Who Laughed.
Sure. And he's gonna swing with both hand axes. So first one for 2-weapon fighting. That's a 14.
That is a miss.
Boo. Second one with 2-weapon fighting. Natural 19. So yeah, that's
gonna be a hit.
Just 4 damage, minimum damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
And he's finished. We go to Orange, and we keep right on moving because Orange isn't going to be doing anything for a while. And we're up to Kira.
Okay. Well, Kira moved over here, so she's determined to keep that flank and be at least next to Brixby, should just in case things go further south. So she's going to move again, and I'm going to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think it's just 3 squares. Are you trying to get that one?
Yeah, but without triggering anyone's AO. Although I don't know how those work for guns. Is this a bad time to ask that?
Well, the people with guns don't get AOs, but the guy with the 2 hatchets will get one if you pass through a threatened square.
Okay, so I think I'm going to be passing through a threatened square either way, right? Okay, so if this is my little pathway here, like this, yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah, if you
obviously
do
fine.
that, you won't threaten from him. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's way smarter than what I was thinking.
But I will threaten from. No, I won't, because he has a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, how fun!
Red's got a gun, so you're good.
Ha, loser. All right, I'm gonna move over here, via the path we've just described, so I am close-ish to Brixby. Kira will look over and, Brix, are you okay? Don't die. I'll watch these, unconscious gun people for like a second. No worries, it's fine. And then turn back to Hatchet Man. Be like, all right, I asked you nicely to please stop. To please stop hurting my friends, and you didn't listen, so, I don't know, I guess prepare to die. And will go ahead and rage. And hopefully roll something that's not embarrassing. 14 plus 9 plus 1, 10. 24. To hit.
Yeah, 24 will hit.
Oh, I actually think that might be higher with rage. This is going to be real rough. And then I get a
Plus your flank bonus too if you didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, I
sure if
didn't.
you
Okay,
added that or
so
not.
it's a good, strong hit. Plus 9 when I'm raging. 2d6 plus 9, yes. 5, 9, 18 points of damage to Hatchet person?
Ow.
Nice.
Yeah. Leave my friends alone. You...
That
my
wasn't very
horse.
nice.
Well, he... Okay. That's my turn.
Oh, Vargas is up.
Okay, is it +2 or +4 for flanking?
2.
2. Okay. I don't know why my brain refuses to hold that information in it.
Outflank, the teamwork feat makes it 4. If that helps.
So he is going to swift action empower his arm, and I made a mistake on this the other day with the Garmin fight, but it didn't matter anyway because I still missed the swing. But having his arm empowered does not, at this level, fully negate the negative he takes from spell combat, because it only gives me a +1 until I'm level 5, not a +2. But yeah, he is empowering his arm. So that is a swift action using a point of his arcane pool. And he is going to spell strike, spell combat. So first thing he's going to do is roll to cast defensively to cast, Shocking Grasp, which I have a +7 for this, and I have to beat a 15. 10, okay, so that is 17. Actually, I had to beat a 16 because it's a level 1 spell. But I still beat it, so I'm able to cast it. And the actual roll to attack him, do his metal weapon, or his axe is metal?
Yes. Does that count
Would
for
you say that
the
counts?
+1, or
It says wielding a metal weapon or wearing metal armor,
then yeah.
or made of metal,
And he's wielding 2 metal weapons, one of which is attached to him.
attached to his body.
Yeah.
That is a natural 1, so I'm not even going to look at my bonus. That is a miss. So glad I did that. I do hold the charge, though. So when I hit him with my regular attack, it'll go off anyway. So this will be his regular attack at a -1 to his regular thing. Yeah, 'cause he takes a -4. He's got a +3. Okay. So with a -1, that is a 5 to hit. So I'm assuming that's not going to hit either.
That will not hit.
Okay, so that is Vargas's completely useless turn. He is still at least holding the charge.
You can't touch anything.
Yeah.
Alright, that brings...
Accidentally brushes up against the horse.
Oh! The horse is dead. That brings us to Blue, and the very meaningful counter that will totally matter in the long run ticks down. And then we're on Brixby.
All right, and Brixby will take a 5-foot step towards Red, and sort of extend his finger, mimicking the gun in response, and just go bang as he shoots in response, Scorching Ray. So I'm going to make a touch attack here of the rangy type. Only a 5 for an 11.
Let's see. Touch, that will not hit.
Ooh, so he shoots wide, scoring into the, stonework behind him. And that's going to be my turn, Sam.
Alright, and green we tick down as well. And then pink is going to reload and take another shot at Vargas.
Yay.
It's a natural 17, so that is definitely going to hit touch.
That's definitely it. My touch is 12.
And that's 5 damage. 14 brings us to purple, so purple is going to reload. And then he's going to take a shot at Asher hanging from the ledge here. It's your reward for being very impressive last round. That's a natural 2. Is that a misfire?
Aha.
It's probably a misfire.
I think it's a
not if
misfire.
you're-
Sounds like a misfire.
If you're using a mundane bullet, it should not be. I mean,
Okay,
I guess
they
I
are
don't know what
mundane.
your firearm is, but if it's
Well,
a
they are
regular,
mundane bullets, so
Jeff.
is it just a regular pistol?
yeah.
Then thankfully, I guess not for you. 1 is your misfire range at this point.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Are you flat-footed?
Yes.
I don't have any feet or climb speed or any weirdness that would otherwise.
Does a 7 hit your touch AC flat-footed?
It does not.
Okay.
Unless you take a penalty of half your touch AC while flat-footed. And while climbing a wall. It could be, they say PF1 is pretty crunchy, but I think that's not a rule. Yeah, good.
All right. Perhaps he was getting a little bit overconfident there.
Just
he thought he
fueled
had
by
you.
Pepto Panache.
Now, Red is going to drop his gun and draw a dagger as he takes a step forward. And he's going to, since he's in the flank, he's going to try to stab Kira.
Oh, that's fine.
Only 13.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. It's a shame.
Yeah, I just don't want him to stab Bricks, but Kira's fine. She's all good.
All right.
What she says.
Asher is up.
Okay, so riddle me this, GM. As part of a move action and my base attack bonus being 1 or higher, I can draw my one-handed firearm. Do you think I could pull myself up and draw my gun as I crest the top of the keep? Or is that outlandish?
Do you
It's
need
so cool,
two
though.
hands to pull yourself up?
I don't think there's a rule on that.
You can use your feet, right? Just kind of core strength it up there.
I mean, conceivably, pressing his feet off and one hand could kind of hop over the side, drawing his gun with the other hand. I don't think it's insane. I just didn't know how you would rule it.
I think since you did the whole vaulty madness and he's basically, still in... Because this whole thing is happening kind of fluidly, I would say that with his momentum, you can pull your gun back out on the way up.
Hey, gentleman and a scholar. So then that puts him on top of the wall here, which I guess is surprisingly, he hops over and ends up down on a stairwell. Didn't know it was on the other side. But we'll use, for the first time on this podcast, as a swift action, he wills a bullet from his beneficial bandolier that loads itself into his gun. And he will then fire point blank at old Purple. It stinks. It's a 2 off. That's a 2. 11 against touch AC.
11's not going to do it.
All right.
Just a little too much momentum, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see he feels really good about himself. Hops over the edge, pulls out his gun as he expects to land on solid ground next to this guy, and then finds himself a couple feet below him on a stairwell, almost falls backwards trying to shoot him. Pew! And it just totally misses. Yeah, that's his majestic turn.
All right. Our boss guy here, sitting in the flank, feeling pretty good about himself. I think he's gonna take 2 swings at Kira since she's currently flanked. We'll start there. That is an unnatural 20 to hit.
That will hit.
An unnatural 20?
Unnatural.
Like it floated up into the air and glowed
Unusual
and
20.
then landed back down on a 20.
That is 9 damage with the hand axe. That is an axe hand. And then...
Did you say, was that at me or at Kira? I'm sorry.
That was at Kira.
Okay.
And then the second hatchet is going to be 15.
No.
Alright. And then he's going to just take a 5-foot step to the south to get out of the flank. Because he's a smart guy. And Orange ticks down his timer of futility. And we're back around to Kira.
What is that? Oh, that's a horse. Okay. Yeah, I probably can't. I can't climb onto horses as a movement. I mean, not as, it would be literally me standing on the horse, stepping to the next horse, and then to the third horse.
Horse parkour.
which is like kind of a fun circus trick, but doesn't seem super ideal in battle. So I will, let's see, I want to still be next to Bricks. And I'm not getting any benefit from moving otherwise. So, ooh, wait, no. Yeah, I'll just regular attack, still red guy. This red guy with the hands. Oh, not great. 16? Yeah, 16 to hit.
Meets beats.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 5, 8, 17 points of damage.
Ow.
He continues to be a jerk.
That's too many.
Well, I literally don't know what to tell you, Sam.
Did that door just move?
Yeah, I just
Yeah, it did.
kind of dragged the door out of the way.
Okay.
It's alive. It's a mimic. Are you moving or are you staying put?
I think that's gonna be my turn. Yeah, good.
All right, on to Vargas.
Okay, Vargas is not going to attack twice this time because he is done with all these negatives and missing. Thanks to Long Arm, I can still hit this guy from here. So I will not get my flanking bonus anymore, but I am going to swing out at him and see if I can hit him and get my shotgun grasp off. Okay, that is a natural 14, which is at least a 23 to hit. I think possibly a 24.
Well, you already know his AC is 16, so I think you got him.
Yeah. All right. So that is on level 4. So that is 4d6 worth of electricity damage. 6, 7, 8, 2 6s and 2 1s. Awesome. So that is 14 electricity plus, because that was my regular swing, another 5 of just bludgeoning on top of that.
Down he goes. Crumples to the ground.
Nice.
And then he will move down to right here. Move about 15 feet to the south. And that is my turn.
Alright. Let's see. Blue ticks down once more. 5 rounds left. He's getting there. And Brixby is up.
All right, Brixby will take a 5-foot step back and attempt to do the old pew pew one more time. He will extend his arm and shoot a scorching ray at red to his south. That's 17 on the die. Will give me a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
And that is a 6 and a 4 for 10 points of damage.
Alright, that looks like it did a solid chunk on him. He's still standing, but he is bloodied. Or burned, as the case may be.
Still half the amount of damage he did me. And that's going to be Brix's turn.
Alright. Green ticks down. Getting closer. And let's see. We're going to do a reload for pink. And is anybody really... Nobody's close to him. So he's going to try to shoot at Kira at a penalty. So that is 19 on the die, 24 versus regular AC. Or 22 versus regular AC.
No, that's pretty good.
3 damage with gun. The gun damage.
3 gun damage.
And let's see, Purple's gonna make a decision here. I think he's gonna drop his gun, draw his dagger, and try to stab Asher since a gunfight in close quarters hasn't been working great. That's only a 9 to hit, though.
Oh, buddy. Hate to see it.
And Red, who just got burned. Let's see, he lost his flanking buddy, he's gonna full withdraw just to sort of hide a little bit. Just to take a moment for himself. Because we need to take time for ourselves in these difficult times. And we're to Asher again.
Yeah, Asher will not resort to melee in kind. But he will use a move action to reload, which will provoke from dagger wielding man now that he has a melee weapon out. If he wants to take an AOO, he can. He could choose not to.
He could be the bigger man.
That's going to be an 18 on that AOO.
It's going to miss. And swift actions all around. He will focus his aim, burning another one of those precious grit points, and just press his pistol right against the torso of this guy and fire. Oh yeah, natural 14 for a 23 against touch.
That will hit.
Nice. That is 10 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage.
Ow! Purple is not looking good at all.
And I guess trying to identify what that Pepto is probably not a free action like a knowledge roll.
You could do a knowledge roll.
Or would that be a craft alchemy, or...
It's actually a knowledge engineering.
You said engineering?
Yeah, engineering.
Okay, just making sure I kind of broke up a sec. Nice, that is high for me. Of course, I say that like, oh cool. It's only a 15 total.
With 15 total, you think this is something called Soothe. You don't really know much about it other than it sort of being a painkiller. Cool. That's about it.
Then yeah, gotta move standard and swift. That's Asher's turn.
Alright, and let's see, the boss guy is gone, so orange gets ticked down as well. And we're on to Kira, even though I clicked the counter too many times and skipped her.
We'll allow it. That is 30 feet. I can't get through that square, but I can probably... Can I step over... Wait, how does unconscious people work?
Yeah, you can move through their square if they're on the ground.
Awesome.
Yeah. They can't do
Alright.
anything, so you can walk right through them.
Alright, I'm gonna do this and bump up here. Can I bump up there? First diagonal is still 5, right?
Yeah, the first one.
Alright, so I think I can move behind Mr. Redman.
Thing is, though, when she goes from this one to this one, is that going to be an attack of opportunity? Because
fair.
she's...
Oh, wait, but he... No, does he still have a gun? Is it a
No.
dagger now?
Oh, wait, no, yeah, that's right. He has a gun. I'm an idiot.
No, he's got the
No,
dagger.
you're entirely correct.
He has the dagger now.
Oh, did
Okay,
he
so I'll
take-
just...
Oh, he did.
I'll move next to him then. So Kira will move to the right. Stand just directly south below this man who tried to run away. And say, hi, I just, again, one more time, I did ask that everyone would leave my friends alone, and then instead you, shot my friend. Please don't. And I'm gonna just, keep on rolling with that adamantine great long sword. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Hooray. 8 plus 9, 17 again? 17. That's a movie.
Dead.
Sorry, kind of.
Yeah, he
I'm not
crumples
sorry. Bricks, are you okay?
into mush.
All good, yeah. Thanks for that.
That'll be my turn.
Alright, and that takes us to Vargas.
Okay. Vargas is... Let's see. You know what? He knows these guys are all unconscious. He is going to head up to this gate to his north. This door, I mean. Because he's assuming that getting in that will lead him up to this guy in pink who keeps shooting at him. So he is going to go up to this door here, directly to the north, and open it.
All right.
So move action to get up to it, second action to open the door.
All right, and that reveals a small room. Appears to basically be a guard tower. There's a stairwell off to the left.
All right, so that is his turn.
Okay, and then 21. That once again, blue. He's getting so close. And Brixby's up.
All right, Brixby. Yeah, do I have line of sight for a ranged attack against this guy? Or does he
Against
have...
Pink?
Yeah.
He's just got a little bit of cover because he's up on the wall.
All right, cool. I can do it. So Brixby grabs his amulet to use his bonded item to recall the second level spell, Scorching Ray, that he's been casting, and tries firing one more off at Pink. And that's a natural 20.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to hit regardless of cover.
And the roll to confirm against touch, it is an 18, giving me a 24 against touch.
24 will confirm.
Alrighty, so here's 46. Some ones on there, so that's only 13 damage.
All right. Did quite a bit of damage to him. He's still up. He looks rough, though.
Excellent, and that's Brix's turn.
All right. And Green does his thing. And Pink, let's see. Pink is going to use his move action to reload again, and then he's going to take a shot at Brixby for just about murdering him.
No.
Yeah, no, that's not going to do it since it's regular AC and everything. And then he's just going to take a 5-foot step away from the wall to make himself a little bit harder to hit. And let's see. Purple is very mad at Asher, and he's going to totally stab him. Natural 1. These people are getting panicked. And let's see. Red is dead, as is Zed. And Asher is up.
Zed's dead, baby. Asher will take a 5-foot step. Can I step into this square to the east? It looks like a wall is in part of it.
Yeah, you can.
And then reloading will not provoke. He's out of range. And then let's fire again. Ooh, yeah. 25 against touch.
Oh my god, have some mercy, Jeff.
25 will hit.
Only middling damage. 5 bludgeoning and piercing. That was merciful.
Yeah, that was nice. I'll allow it. Thank you.
Alright, he looks like he's just about ready to collapse, but he's still standing. One might say he's disabled.
Oh, I brought him to 0. Grit point back.
Cloud
Sorry.
of great crows.
And Orange does his thing. He's meditating, and Kira is up.
So, okay. Well, I officially can no longer see anyone, and also don't really feel like I need to, but I do want to incapacitate these unconscious guys. What can... In what world can I roll to, I don't know, tape someone to the ground or something? Or just physically restrain someone.
Roll for
actually, I guess
non-lethal
that's-
damage with a negative.
And that'll just keep them knocked out for longer?
And that was
Because they're unconscious, which is fine, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they're
mean, you can
unconscious
hit
because of
them-
the thing, though. Won't they wake up when it ends?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we lethal them down to what, 0, they'll still be
Well, if you
unconscious?
non-lethal and below 0, they won't wake up on their own. They have to heal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not to metagame, but that feels right. I also just don't think that Kira would attack unconscious people. So, yeah, can I restrain someone?
Yeah, you can also Basically, you can grapple them without a check because they can't do anything.
All right.
And then you can tie them next turn. I think it takes 2 turns.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to... Kira will move up next to Brixby again, just kind of between him and green and orange in case they do wake up for magic reasons. Step right over this guy. Excuse me. Thank you. And then she will grab Blue and just hold him like a baby. Look, he's sleeping. That's my turn.
All right, and Vargas is up.
Okay, so he should be able to see into this room, correct? With the door open?
Yeah.
So I'm not actually moving yet. Okay, so this guy, is he downstairs in this room then, or is
No,
he
he's
still...
he's upstairs above you, so you got to go up
Okay.
those stairs.
All right, so Vargas then will step into this room to his north, and is this thing that wraps around over here, the staircase?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me put myself back here and actually count this movement. That puts me 30 feet, will put me right to the base of the stairway. And then he will move to the top, and he can't open the door this turn because that was 2 move actions. So that is his turn.
All right, and let's see. 21 is Blue. Blue is currently grappled, but someday he's going to wake up. And Brixby.
Can Brixby see Pink at all at this point, or is he totally out of line of sight?
He's kind of out of line of sight now.
Okay, so I guess if Brixby can't really do anything because he can't see either of the combatants, I think he will move over to Green and just take away the gun. You know, just kind of knock it away 5 feet or whatever. I think at this point he realizes he's not strong enough to restrain them as well as Kira would. So he's just going to disarm them.
No. And Green's turn comes and goes. And let's see. Pink is going to sneak around. Nobody knows what he's doing. And then Purple is he's gonna take a 5-foot step towards Asher, and he looks crazed. Now that you can see right into his eyes, he's got that same the lips cut away, horrible scarring, and just absolutely crazed look in his eyes. He takes a stab at Asher. That is a 17 to hit.
It's a miss.
And he basically, like, after that stab, just
Oh
collapses directly onto Asher, just in a heap, and he is bleeding out.
He's tuckered out.
Yeah, little guy,
It's
buddy.
been a hard day. Jeez.
And Asher is up.
Asher just kind of looks surprised at this person that is now kind of limply kind of sagged to the floor against him, and he, not really knowing what is happening inside the fort, will just move down the stairs, reloading as he goes thanks to his mobile reload deed. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this the door?
No, you're standing next to the door.
Oh, dope. Then, as a move action, we'll open the door.
Okay.
So that's his whole turn.
I forgot when I deleted the door icon that I didn't actually,
Oh, hello.
door.
Oh, wow.
I know how to
You've
work
been rather
dynamic
busy.
lighting. I was just testing all of you. Okay, so now Asher can see what's going on.
Kira points at the body in her arms. Asher, look! I didn't kill him.
Good. That is good.
And Kira's
I
up
did kill
again.
that guy. Yeah, okay. I think she's seen Bricks do... Oh, this little thing, this, like, I can just see the edge of that. That's the person that Asher just watched die, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, but she has just seen Bricks take Green's gun away. So she will. Well, no. How one does tie person?
Isn't it
You know.
20 plus your CMD? And it's like you just got it at that point? Like,
Yeah.
if they're helpless?
Oh, great. Okay, good. Because I do not know my CMD also. That was a swear. Okay, so can I just do it then?
Yeah.
Great. And then do I have anything left to disarm Orange?
I think it's probably a full round to do the
Okay.
tying. You have to get a rope out. Can't do anything, so you have plenty
That's
of time
fine.
to tie
Yeah,
them up.
all good. These are just flavor ties at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you got 8 rounds left, basically, to disarm and tie them up before they can do anything.
Well, to that end, I think she's really enjoying just kind of babysitting this person. She has just baby Bjorn in front of her, or settled on a hip, I guess. That feels more accurate, and is just tossing guns away. And that's her turn.
All right, and now it is Vargas.
Right. He is going to open the door. That's a move equivalent, right? Not a standard?
Right.
Okay, so I can still... though I don't think I have any ranged. I didn't put magic missile on because I don't like to use long-ranged things.
Acid splash, son.
Yeah, with that great D3 damage. Oh, actually, I thought there were people here, but I guess there aren't. Wait, so where does this... I just realized this doesn't lead where I thought it would lead.
Well, the map is kind of weird here because it's only showing you like the inside of that house, but basically you're up on the roof of the guardhouse now, and so that
Okay.
you're up on the roof and you have the battlement that you can head to, or behind you is the guard tower, which is where Pink is. You can see him from there.
So I can see Pink from where I'm standing?
Yeah.
And so is this little thing here, this is the wall of the underside
Yeah,
then,
that's
right? That's
below
not
you.
actually a... Okay.
Yeah.
So I can then... That means I have a straight unobstructed line between me and him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to cast Bladed Dash, and just...
The spell.
He just, like, blurs
Yay.
forward and slams into the sky. That is only going to be a 10 against regular AC. That is going to be a miss, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Yep. Great use of my only level 2 spell. That is the end of my turn.
All right. Brixby?
Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna just go and disarm, I guess, Orange at this point. I'm just imagining that these 3 guys look like they're celebrating, what is that Indian festival, like Howley or whatever, where you just get covered in the
The colors.
powder. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just imagining they're just like these the tie-dye of people on the ground. So he's just knocking the gun away at this point. And that's gonna be his turn.
All right, and let's see. Pink is going to... He's gonna pull out one of these little glass vials, and that provokes an attack of opportunity from Vargas. So you can see kind of a
Yes, it
panic
does.
on this guy's face.
Ooh, that is a 16 on the die, so that is a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
Right. 3, so that will be +3 +1 is 7 points of damage. Bludgeoning, and it's magical adamantine.
Yeah, so the vial clatters onto the ground, and he slumps over, unconscious and dying. And I
Nice.
think since everyone at this point is either unconscious and dying or just unconscious, we're going to hand wave the rest of this fight, and I'm going to go to bed.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Nice try, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Odds against the machine. Against the machine.
Pod Against the Machine is property of its creators, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron God's Adventure Path are properties of Paizo Publishing. Please visit them at paizo.com for more information. Theme Against the Machine, written and performed by our own Zach. Please consult the show notes for additional music and sound effect licensing information.
Real
He was
quick.
really good at nobody.
No, we're just killing time on this, and I'm sorry, but Free Jack, the movie, if you haven't seen it, from 1992, it's got Mick Jagger, Anthony Hopkins, Rene Russo, Mike from Breaking Bad, Emilio Estevez, pre-Charlie Sheen. It's like a cyberpunk nightmare. It's really wild. But yeah, I'm in the middle of it right now, and it's excellent. Okay, back to the part that requires the numbers and the rolling.
The numbers and the rolling.
Something
They
there.
hit about 7 minutes there. But we have to clap. And now we're never going to know how to line it up.
Oh, I can't see it.
1, 2, 3, clap.
Jeff?
Yeah, every clap is perfect.
Oh, you're just saying that.